You're watching Euro Football Daily, and here are this week's biggest transfer headlines and gossip from across the continent. With Christmas just a month away, managers are putting together their wish lists, so expect to see plenty of juicy rumours over the next few weeks. And if you've heard anything yourself, get discussing down in the comments below. Anyway, let's get started. We begin at Barcelona, who were dealt a major blow in their 1-0 defeat to Atletico Madrid on the weekend. Not only did the loss leave them 12th in La Liga after 8 games, but they also saw Gerard Pique limp off the pitch with a nasty knee injury which could keep him out for the next 6 months. This has left Barca with just 3 centre-back options: Clement Lenglet, Ronald Araujo and Samuel Umtiti, with the latter pair having made just 15 La Liga appearances between them in 2020. So it's no surprise that the club are considering going in for a defender in the January window, and according to Marca will hold a meeting this week to discuss the situation. The club were determined to sign Man City's Eric Garcia in the summer, but couldn't reach an agreement with the citizens, and have recently been linked with Chelsea's Antonio Rudiger. However, with money as tight as ever at the camp now, it's been suggested that the club may seek a loan move to cover Pique's absence rather than spending a larger sum on a permanent acquisition. With little certainty over whether they can shift deadwood to raise further funds in the winter window, it seems like this is the most likely course of action. Nevertheless, their decision to loan Jean-Claire Todibo to Benfica for 2 years in the summer now looks pretty unwise. Over to Real Betis now, who may turn to Barcelona to fix an injury problem of their own. Sergio Canales, who has registered a goal and 4 assists in 9 appearances this term, looks set to undergo surgery which will keep him out for between 3 and 4 months, and the club are apparently looking at La Masia graduates Carlos Aleña and Riqui Puig to plug the gap. Canales' injury is just the latest in a long line at the Benito Villamarin, with the side's other main creator, Nabil Fekir, also spending a month on the sidelines. And with both the Barca youngsters yet to start a game this term, a stint under Manuel Pellegrini represents a good opportunity. Aleña already spent the second half of the 2019-20 campaign at Betis, but was limited to mainly sub-appearances following Spanish football's return in June. However, he may be tempted by the prospect of working under a new coach in Andalusia. Puig, meanwhile, was encouraged by Ronald Koeman to leave the club on loan during the summer window, and has also garnered interest from Leeds and RB Leipzig, 2 sides whose high-intensity style would likely suit the 21-year-old. However, according to Estadio Deportivo, Betis are keen to open talks with the Blaugrana over the young Catalan, with a view to sealing a loan by the time the window reopens on New Year's Day. Watch this space. Last week we spoke about the rumours linking Christian Eriksen with an unlikely return to North London, with an outrageous swap deal involving the Danish international going to Arsenal in exchange for Granit Xhaka doing the rounds. However, according to Calcio Mercato, Xhaka isn't keen on a move to Inter, while Corriere dello Sport have now reported that the Italian club may look to Man United as a potential option. With Eriksen currently looking as spare parts for Antonio Conte, the Nerazzurri are seemingly set on bringing in a more defence-minded midfielder in his place, and are apparently weighing up an offer that would see the former Spurs man go to Old Trafford in exchange for Fred. This seems pretty far-fetched, considering United already have Bruno Fernandes and have so far offered new signing Donny van de Beek little action. However, they are still missing a top-class option on the right, and Eriksen impressed when playing that role in a 4-2-3-1 at Tottenham. Whether it's worth losing Fred is another matter entirely. Inter are also understood to be exploring the possibility of offloading the Dane to PSG, with a view to signing Leandro Paredes in return. Meanwhile, it looks like any hopes of Cristiano Ronaldo making a romantic return to Old Trafford are dead in the water. As seemingly happens every year, reports of CR7 going back to the Premier League have put the rumour mill into overdrive over the last 2 weeks. But Juventus chief Fabio Paratici put an end to them on the weekend, telling DAZN, "I can reassure you about Ronaldo's future here at Juventus," and going on to add, "We don't pay too much attention to transfer rumours." Well, that's that then, for now at least. Before we move on to our headline story, are you subscribed to EFD? And if not, why the hell not? Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another great video like this one. If you want to watch the best European football content on YouTube every single day, what are you waiting for? Anyway, let's move on. Following the announcement of Pep Guardiola's new contract at Manchester City, talk has quickly turned to what moves he'll make to help transition his underperforming side. And right now, a long-term replacement for Sergio Aguero is top of the manager's list, with the Telegraph reporting that the club tried to sign Romelu Lukaku in the summer, only for Inter to price them out with a £93.75 million valuation. The report also stated that the citizens are monitoring Benfica's Darwin Núñez and are still keeping tabs on Lionel Messi's situation at Barcelona. However, as Guardiola stated on Friday, as a Barca fan, I want Leo to finish there, and while he's not ruled out a move for the Argentinian if he runs down his contract, La Liga TV presenter and Spanish football expert Semra Hunter told Sky Sports on the weekend that the club had all but given up on the Blaugrana captain, with his age and €100 million a year wages said to be major factors in them closing the door on what would be a truly historic move. However, Guardiola apparently has his sights set on another blockbuster signing. According to The Independent, the name of Tottenham striker Harry Kane arose during discussions over the Catalan coach's new deal at the Etihad, with Pep allegedly keen to investigate the possibility of signing the Spurs talisman next summer. Kane has had an incredible start to the 2021 campaign, was instrumental in the defeat of City on the weekend, and would no doubt be an excellent addition to the Sky Blues attack. But if Guardiola is to get his wish, the club will no doubt have to break the bank. Kane's current contract in North London runs until 2024, and he is currently valued at over €100 million. What's more, while he has looked at his fittest and sharpest in recent months, injuries have been an issue for the 27-year-old in the past, and this may well factor into any decision the City hierarchy takes. The same can be said for Jack Grealish, whose name also apparently came up between Guardiola and the board. The coach is an admirer of the Aston Villa captain and, according to reports, has also discussed the Englishman's qualities with Kevin De Bruyne, who he would effectively be partnered with if he made the move to Eastlands. But having recently signed a big new contract at Villa, Grealish, like Kane, probably wouldn't move for any less than 100 mil. But what do you reckon? Can you see City making a big play for Kane and Grealish next summer? Let us know in the comments below. We finish off at PSG as there may be another twist in the Neymar Mbappe contract saga. Last week it looked as if Neymar was set to stay at the Parc des Princes, while Mbappe continued to be linked with Real Madrid and Liverpool. However, according to L'Équipe, the French champions may prioritise tying down the Frenchman, and in doing so could sell Neymar in order to free up the necessary funds to do so. Mbappe is of course a lot younger than his Brazilian counterpart, and as it stands would be in a strong position to negotiate a move away next summer. But while Neymar is in the same situation, his age and comparative lack of major suitors means he is a less valuable asset to Les Parisiens, who already pay him a reported €36.8 million a year. In order to keep Mbappe, the club need to offer the 21-year-old a significant increase on his current €80 million a year deal. And by the logic of this report, the club may struggle to keep both players at the club, given the financial resources this would require. However, we're taking this with a very large pinch of salt for now, given PSG's huge wealth, while the fact they did relatively little business in the summer suggests they have been prioritising funds to keep their star players at the club. However, if they were to favour one of the two, Mbappe certainly makes sense. So that's all we have time for in this week's Euro transfer talk. Get discussing those rumours in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the vid, don't forget to leave it a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.